Yeah, it's never too late.
We're talking, of course, about flu season. We're going to go back to the First World War, WWI, which will have the 100th anniversary this year.
Linda was there.
Here's the chorus if you want to sing along. It was the flu pandemic and it spread the whole world wide. For soldiers and civilians and they died. Where they're lying in the trenches or lying in their beds. 20 million of them got it and they're dead. Isn't that a happy little song? It was the flu pandemic and it spread the whole world wide. For soldiers and civilians and they died. Where they're lying in the trenches and lying in their beds. 20 million of them got it and they're dead. It's going to be on our next CD, which is called Happy Songs of Death, which is following up our previous CD, which is Songs of Suicidal Depression, tunes to bum you out. Well, a soldier in the trenches in 1917 turned there to his buddies with his face a ghastly green. He said, we made it both through Passchendaele, the Somme and Flanders too. But now me numbers up, me lad, I've gone and caught the flu. It was the flu pandemic and it spread the whole world wide. For soldiers and civilians and they died. Where they're lying in the trenches or lying in their beds. 20 million of them got it and they're dead.
Well, the nurse was in the hospital when Tommy was brought in. When he sneezed, she got a baseball that was flying in the wind. She led her home to England to tell him of her plight. But the letter never got there cause the postman too had died.
That's a shame. It was the flu pandemic and it spread the whole world wide. For soldiers and civilians and they died. Where they're lying in the trenches or lying in their beds. 20 million of them got it and they're dead. From the Meadowlands to Somerset and all the bounding main to the shores of old America, they sung the same refrain. Mothers and brothers and uncles and aunts, as well as the odd nephew, brothers and sisters and bosses and lovers were all caught by the flu. Try saying that 3 times fast. It was the flu pandemic and it spread the whole world wide. For soldiers and civilians and they died. Where they're lying in the trenches or lying in their beds. 20 million of them got it and they're dead. The flu was non-discriminatory. When a farmer out in China watched his family dropping down, a businessman in Cairo hit the streets without a sound, and an eager little Bolshevik in old Sevastopol couldn't keep up his grinning at Lenin when Comrade Virus took its toll.
Oh, Crimea River.
It was the flu pandemic and it spread the whole Hawaii. For soldiers and civilians and they died. Where they're lying in the trenches or lying in the beds. 20 million of them got it and they're dead. It was the flu pandemic and it spread the whole Hawaii. For soldiers and civilians and they died. Where they're lying in the trenches or lying in the beds. 20 million of them got it and they're dead. 20 million of them got it and they're dead. Well, that'll cheer you up for sure.